Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Absolute Zeros. I am your host, Josh. With me today, we got Alessandro and JC Vibrant. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, you muted our mics. Didn't know you could do that.
Oh, pretty good.
I'm good. It was like that's interesting.
Yeah, y'all were munching and scrunching during the thing. Anyways, yeah, how you guys been? I know it's been a couple of weeks since we done this. Again, this is going to be bi-weekly, folks. So
I mean, we talked Thursday night just because we were recording the patch notes. Shameless plug. Um, but been good. Been good.
how about you, JC?
It's been an eventful 2 weeks for the industry, media, entertainment, video games, my job, personal life. It's been very, very much eventful.
Hell yeah.
Definitely, yeah. So this week we got quite a few, interesting, interesting topics. I want to mention first and foremost a little honorable mention before we actually get into the main subjects. So I don't know if either of you have watched the CW's Superman and Lois show.
No, I've not.
No, Superman. No, I have not.
So it's a show on CBS. It's also on HBO Max. That basically takes place in the same universe as the Flash, as Supergirl, all those, and
The
it's a
Arrowverse.
really good show, but it was recently canceled, and the reasoning isn't due to poor reception, just low audience ratings, and whatnot. It's because they had to make way. They wanted to make way for James Gunn's new Superman Legacy.
That's what.
I mean,
Okay.
I
It,
I guess from like a production standpoint, whatever, or an industry standpoint, or whatever the standpoint is, it's understandable from that executive mindset when you're like, oh, we can't have like that confusing thing anymore where there's two Supermen existing with our IPs. But it's like there's a clear difference between the two.
I mean, the Arrowverse was around while the Justice League stuff was happening, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, there's two different projects. We're not confused by this at all." So what does this change? Huh?
I don't know. The show was really good. It had one of the best live action Superman portrayals in recent years, and I am including Henry Cavill in that because he was not a very good portrayal as Superman, even though he did his best. But yeah, I'm sad because this was a really good show, and not a lot of people gave it a chance, and not a lot of people um, gave Tyler Hoechlin a chance as Superman because he was in Teen Wolf as well.
Yeah, that's what I know him from. Funny
Yeah,
enough.
and he's a really good actor. Very good Superman in my opinion. But yeah, so CW's Superman and Lois is being canceled. I don't know if it's going to be like canceled, or just ended in a good storytelling way, but it's ending, and I'm sad. That being said, I've got a I've got a bone to pick with Fox at the moment because they give us a very good trailer for Deadpool 3, otherwise
Oh
known
yeah,
as
during during
Deadpool
the
During
Super
Dream.
Super
Bowl.
Bowl, funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Happy
It was a
birthday to me
very
when
good.
that movie comes out.
Oh, I'm gonna be very excited. The bone to pick
Yeah.
is they didn't give us a full on shot of Logan as Wolverine in his
Yeah,
full on suit.
Oh, behave. They're going to give us that shot. They're going to give
No,
us a
they're
good
not
money
gonna
shot
give it to
eventually.
us.
It's called a teaser trailer for a reason. Come on, man.
I loved the trailer for this movie. I like that it's not just Deadpool 3 like some of us thought it might be, but it's Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love seeing that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that was a Ryan Reynolds last minute decision where they wanted to call it something else because Ryan Reynolds has been like ultimately faithful to Deadpool's adaptation, regardless of what iteration they're trying to do with him. I mean, I would rather they get to the point where he starts chatting with the voice boxes in his head, but
Oh, same.
we can't have everything. We don't have him like teleporting back and forth, but it's whatever. It's fine. We still have a very, very, very good, accurate Deadpool from Ryan Reynolds, and this dude literally embodies the character. Ever since he found out about Deadpool from a producer or someone on set, I think Blade 2 or Blade 3,
Hmm.
and yeah, he's been hooked on Deadpool ever since. So I'm very happy that we're even at this point now with Deadpool's character. Um, Finally getting to interact with Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, to begin with, and just I'm excited to see what absolute sheer chaos comes out of this, especially now that the TVA is involved.
Yeah.
That
Dude.
is going to be mind blowing. That is actually going to open up some doors to a lot of things.
It's like I saw the TV. I did not believe that the TVA or Loki was going to be involved with this at all, and then they showed up, and holy shit, it's going to be amazing. It's Loki versus Wolverine versus the TVA, and
I don't think it's them versus. I think it's him
Um,
helping the TVA.
on that note, actually, in regards to Deadpool 3, Deadpool and Wolverine, there has been yet another photo released to the public. I don't know if it's a leaked or if it's official, but there are friendship bracelets that have Deadpool's name, Wolverine's name, and then the release date. And so far, there has been speculations in regards to friendship bracelets to Taylor Swift's appearance in the movie. She's going to be playing the character Dazzler, and I'm
I can
like,
I can see her playing Dazzler.
yeah, I would prefer to see her as Lady Deadpool, but then again, I mean, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
just me coming off the fact that she's worn the Deadpool suit before.
yeah. But who honestly, who could you have to play Lady Deadpool besides her? I honestly don't know.
Uh,
They did
Off the
mention
top of
that
my head,
Dogpool was in this.
I do have one female cast member off the top of my head who I would love to see as Lady Deadpool, and that would be Emma Watson.
Yeah, that
Uh,
could be.
Freaking
Ooh.
Hermione Granger
Yeah.
being
That would be an
Lady
interesting
Deadpool.
casting choice.
That would definitely. I mean, you're already getting these people. Like you already got. Like I'm assuming it's gonna. Yeah, we're already going to be talking about the later casting announcement for Fantastic Four. But yeah, like they're already getting these like very well known actors coming into the fray with Marvel, and it's like this. It's I think the new rule with Hollywood is if you can get yourself into a Marvel or DC movie, you're pretty much guaranteed to get more work out of any other production
Mhm.
nowadays. Back then, it's like, oh, you're doing a superhero movie. I mean, no one's gonna take you seriously. But now that Marvel has changed the algorithm completely, and everyone is trying to do their own universe now because of how successful the Avengers title has been, it's like, oh, everyone wants to get that piece of pie. Everyone wants to be in that. Everyone wants to be in that pit. But
Yeah,
so no, that would be a very interesting casting choice for me
Emma
if we could see
Watson.
Emma Watson as Lady Deadpool. That would be very very cool in my opinion.
Emma Watson as a blonde. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm.
I mean, she has been a blonde before. I mean, or dirty blonde, I should say. She was in that movie where they played like those young adults that broke into a bunch of celebrities' houses and stole shit.
Hmm.
There was a whole movie about that, and there was one iconic scene where she's like, well, it's mostly a meme, whatever. But like, there's a slow motion scene where they're dancing at the club, and Emma Watson's like, bouncing up and down, enjoying the music, and then she like does like a licking lip motion where it's like slow motion. Yeah, that, but less creepy.
I know.
But yeah, no,
Hmm.
it's because of that movie.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's that movie. I think she's been a dirty blonde before, but yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard
Oh,
of something
yeah.
like that.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
have to look it up.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if they give us a Lady Deadpool. Lady Deadpool in herself would be interesting. I don't think we'd ever get anything to the depths of Gwenpool, but because I think that's just pulling too far out of the barrel.
Yeah.
But yeah, the trailer, the teaser looked really good. It looked extremely accurate to what we saw on the set photos. You got the 20th century or 20th Century Fox um, intro logo crashed on the ground. Them all
Yeah.
fighting against the TVA around it. It looks amazing. It looks like it's actually practically there.
Oh, the movie was called The Bling Ring.
The
In case you were
bling
wondering.
ring.
The
All
Bling
right,
Ring. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, but yeah, no. To see the 20th Century Fox in the background, yeah, that I agree that was an amazing shot, and especially the slow mo where he's reloading his guns. We haven't gotten something that cool and practical, I should say. Um, for anyone listening, quote unquote practical. We haven't gotten something like that since I think what Winter Soldier.
Mm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Like, because the cinematography and the camera work in Winter Soldier was just absolutely bonkers, man. I want more camera work like that coming from the Marvel Universe nowadays. They need to, like, really rearrange the stuff. And now with Deadpool 3 trying to be, like he said, I am Marvel Jesus.
It's Marvel, Jesus.
I mean, here's the third coming. Here it goes. Here's hoping the chaotic Messiah fixes the entire universe.
Yeah.
Because Phase 4 has not been strong. Phase 5 has definitely not been strong.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Like, I'm really interested to see what the actual premise is in this because I want to know where Wolverine comes from. Like, is he from that X-Men universe from the end of the Marvels? Is he from like the Sony universe?
got
Is
it.
he from somewhere or not Sony, the Fox universe? Is he from somewhere entirely different? I don't
So
know. Like,
everyone's speculating.
could they actually be trying to fix the MCU?
Right. No, this would definitely be like a good reset if they were trying to, because Deadpool pretty much broke the timeline at the end of Deadpool 2, and I'm pretty sure that got on the TVA's radar. But
Yeah.
as far as like the which Wolverine it is, it could be the universe from the Marvels, considering the fact that Beast actually looks like Beast.
Oh,
Um,
it looks like a big boy.
and the Fox universe Wolverine, they in the reveal trailer for like Deadpool 3, whatever, they said they were going to leave that universe alone because Logan happened. They said
Mm.
everything that was Logan, everything that happened in that universe, that they're leaving that alone. So to not cause any confusion. So this might be the universe from the Marvels, or if I doubt it will be, but the animated universe or the animated X-Men from the 90s.
That would be a really good way to get those characters into live action.
I highly doubt it that it will be from that universe, but I mean, if that's the case, I mean, so be it. Whatever. It would just be weird to hear Hugh Jackman play this type of Wolverine, even though the other type of Wolverine in the animated show was voiced by someone else.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's going to
definitely.
be very, very weird.
Yeah, if that does happen, that would be very weird. Speaking of X-Men and '97, the trailer for that show looked amazing.
Oh yeah.
Is like
Oh
it
yeah.
was the exact same animation style but modernized.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be trash. They took away Rogue's ass. They
They
took it away from this.
took away the dump truck.
Oh boy, the amount of hate comments I saw because of
Dude,
Rogue's
I saw.
non-existing ass.
I saw. I was like, the fuck. I was like, okay.
They took away the best part of them Louisiana cheeks.
Yep.
Buddy.
Hell,
It's
even my
not
girlfriend
there.
was kind of disappointed a little bit.
I texted my buddies that are huge X-Men fans. I was like, yo, y'all see that 97 trailer? And they're like, yeah. And then a day later on Twitter, I was just scrolling and I saw like this is what they took from us. And so I like saved the photo and sent it to my friends. I was like, never mind, show's gonna be ass. And they're like, agreed.
How can it be ass if they're not showing ass, man? How can it be
Yeah.
ass?
Give us back them cheeks.
No, I think it's going to be a very good continuation, even if it's just like a one-off season or something like that. I think it will be a very good continuation, considering the fact that now it's called Marvel Animation, not Marvel Studios. So
Hmm.
this gives me hope on them bringing back Spider-Man 98 or the 90s Spider-Man. That gives me
Yeah.
hope because I want to see a continuation from that Spider-Man because there was a weird ass cliffhanger before Marvel Fox TV decided to cancel it.
Yeah, I believe, wasn't it that he was going to look for his wife?
Yeah, she got transported through some portal with the Green Goblin, if I'm not mistaken. There was like the whole Gwen Stacy on the Brooklyn Bridge incident, and
Hmm.
then she was the one that fell instead of Gwen. But they fell through a portal, and then it's like, hey, well, I gotta go find my wife now. It's like, okay, well, we don't know what happened. We don't even get to see any sort of like reference, and even in the Spider Verse movies, where they had every animated Spider-Man in there, including Spectacular.
Which, if they're doing this Marvel animation like rebranding for their animation studio, I want to see a season 3 of Spectacular Spider-Man,
Please, please. They
because
already
we
have the
left
rights
on,
to stream it.
yes, we had a cliffhanger, and we need more. We need to see what Osborn is up to.
Yeah, that particular Spider-Man for a kid show, it was very much like young adult teen oriented. Like it was very dark for
Oh,
a kid
big time.
show. Especially the whole like symbiote arc. That had to be like the strongest one of the strongest symbiote Spider-Man arcs I've ever seen in animation for or for ah, the strongest Spider-Man symbiote arc I've ever seen for Marvel animation history. That had to be like the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was definitely the best version of that arc.
Yeah, considering the fact that I consider the '90s Spider-Man to be one of the more top tier animated arcs for the symbiote, but
Yeah, yeah, I
yeah, because
definitely agree.
yeah, no, because the '90s I thought it was like, oh man, this is like wow, we get to see like this other version of Spider-Man. The whole and yeah, I know it gets a lot of like joking around memes where it's like, shocker, you can't run from me. I'll hunt you down to the ends of the earth. Like, no, you have to admit that arc itself was like pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely was. Voice animation voice acting back then definitely went full throttle with their
Yeah.
scripts.
No,
I love
but
it.
yeah, no. Consider yeah, but going back a little bit, like consider the fact that the Daily Bugle magazine or the Daily Bugle paper newspaper shows up in the trailer that says is Spider-Man a mutant? It's like, okay, we might get Spidey coming back into this series just for like an episode or something like that. Even
Because
if
they
it's just for one
the
episode.
two yeah because the two shows were connected in
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah,
day.
they had the Fantastic Four, they had Doctor Strange, they had Iron Man, War Machine, they had Captain America in that.
The
The X-Men showed up. Like it was like every except for the Hulk. They couldn't show the Hulk '90s animated crossing over because I think there was like different
I think it was
studios or different.
Universal or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, because
Hulk,
like
the Hulk has always had a very strange and complicated relationship with like streaming and animating and
because
whatnot.
Universal just doesn't want to play ball, man.
Just,
They
come
just
on,
don't.
my guy. Give us a World War Hulk. We need World War Hulk.
They won't.
Anyways,
They will not do it.
they will not. Yeah, no. Marvel animation back in the '90s had that cinematic crossover universe, cinematic universe before DC did with their DC animated universe. It's like amazing to see
Yeah.
the Avengers, Iron Man, the Punisher, Spider Man,
Daredevil. Remember the
Daredevil.
Daredevil arc in Spider-Man? That shit was
Just the Daredevil
amazing.
cartoon
Yeah.
was amazing.
There's a Daredevil cartoon?
I believe so. Yeah,
I gotta watch that.
I got to look it up, but yeah, I do remember Daredevil being either a cartoon or heavily prominent in the Spider-Man.
No, no. If they bring this particular project back, Spider-Man Unlimited,
Oh
that
yeah.
Ooh,
sick ass opening, the dude, that
yes,
suit. Oh my god, I love that suit so much.
Yeah.
That's oh man, I
That
remember
opening
watching
was
Jet.
fire too.
It was such
Jetix.
fire. Yeah, Jetix too. When that shit came on Jetix, I was like glued immediately. After the '90s Spider-Man and Spider-Man Unlimited came out, I was like glued.
Yeah.
Dude, JetX. I remember watching JetX. This was so much fun.
Jetix had
Yeah.
so many good shows on it, and
It really
arguably
did,
did.
man.
the best Power Rangers too.
Oh, yeah,
The Disney
absolutely.
Rangers were fire. You can't.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Big, big bet. Big bet. Sonic X. You get the ninja dude. The little ninja dude is Ninja Wifey.
Oh
It's like,
yeah, yeah.
it's like so many good shows were on JetX that I don't even know who the hell owned JetX.
Disney,
Disney.
Disney?
Disney. They turned into Disney XD.
Yeah. They
Mm,
rebranded it.
Yeah, because they
yeah.
wanted to. They were pushing their like live action teen shows.
Yeah, they were trying to be
Yeah.
Teen Nick.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, no, just X-Men. I'm predicting that this is going to open up a lot more doors for Marvel Animation's department now. Now that they have the whole Marvel Animation department rebranding, so I'm hoping that we'll get to see more stuff coming out of that, and therefore they can actually do some more like DC has the term Elseworlds, but I like Elseworlds Marvel stuff. I hope we can get to see some of that.
Yeah. 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 More like standalone, like Elseworlds, multiversal stuff. Like not stuff like crossing over multiversal, but just other stuff in the multiverse.
Yeah,
Because
I
everything's connected.
would. Yeah, because there was a one time where there was a Black Panther animated TV show for BET that didn't do
Mm,
so well, but because of how well Black Panther is received now, I really would like to see a Black Panther show that would feature the X Men coming into fray with 97, so that way we can at least get that kind of scenery with Okoye and or no, not Okoye, Oro, I'm
Ororo.
butchering Ororo, yeah,
Yeah.
Ororo's, and T'Challa. We can get at least get the wedding arc animated
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
because we're not gonna see that shit like a live action anytime soon.
Nope. Unfortunately,
No,
I one of my favorite one of my well, I have two favorite scenes. My first favorite scene was seeing the combo move with Gambit and Wolverine
dude,
lighting
that
up his
was
that's
fire.
fucking sick. My next favorite scene was the very end of the trailer where all the X-Men burst into Xavier's office and they see Magneto and he's holding his last will and testament saying, now I everything belongs to me. I can fully believe Charles would leave everything to Magneto, or at least most of it, mostly everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 thing with like, the kids get this and the wife and gets that and my dog gets this, whatever. No,
Yeah.
I firmly believe that because of the relationship, now that I know more of the lore of X-Men, Magneto and Professor X's like complicated history, that it's more than likely he left it to running the school and whatnot to Magneto, but with some clauses in like interweaved in between like the wording and whatnot, saying like, hey, you can do this, but if you do that, this is gonna happen to you.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's definitely a love hate relationship between the two, but I honestly agree with you that Magneto would definitely have some sort of like control over the
Oh yeah,
X-Men.
100%.
Yeah, because the dude, he is influential. He is very much influential. He has the right idea, but he's just extreme.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. I liked I like hearing Scott saying to me, my X-Men. That
To
was
me, my X-Men, yeah.
that was spine tingling. That gave me chills.
Yeah, that was actually nice.
That was the equivalent of Titans go
Yes, yes.
or Avengers assemble.
Yeah.
It feels like they got all the returning all the original cast back for this series, which I love.
Um,
Right?
except if I'm not mistaken, except for the guy who plays Scott Summers, Cyclops. That guy, he passed away a couple years ago, and then some new guy is taking over. But let me see here.
Yeah, besides Scott, because I did notice a difference. Besides Scott, it seems like most of the original cast is going to be coming back. That being said, the guy who's doing Scott at the moment sounds very similar. Sounds
Sorry.
very good. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this new season, even though it's only like 8 or 10 episodes. Sad, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, keeping with the Marvel theme, I know the show is going to be heavy on the Marvel stuff. What are you guys' thoughts on the fantastic forecasting that we had this past week?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm fully for it. No, the minute I heard that the rumor that Ebon from the who's gonna play Ben Grimm slash
cousin
the
from the
Thing,
bear,
cousin,
Yes.
cousin,
cousin, bro. He's gonna
bro,
nail the thing.
he is going to be the epitome of moral guidance. Like
Yeah,
that dude is so fucking. If you've never, hey, anyone who's watching this or anyone who's listening, if you've never watched The Bear, if you have a Hulu account, if you have a friend who has a Hulu account or Disney Hulu or whatever, just watch The
the
Bear.
bear.
Watch all 2 seasons. There's a third season incoming, but watch The Bear and look at this
It's
guy Ebon, man. This dude literally is the shit.
It is possibly one of the best shows on the market today.
what's
Oh
funny
yeah,
is
no.
it's technically a comedy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's
Yeah.
categorized as a comedy. And
But
Yeah,
no,
like
yes.
there's comedic points into it, but it
it's
really
such a good show.
it's
Mhm.
such a good show,
Yeah,
but it really plays more like a drama. It really plays like a
Yeah,
heavy drama that has comedy bits. But you know, TV
absolutely.
they just gotta categorize it, whatever. Because
Yeah,
like,
true.
yeah,
So the casting for this is Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. This was this was a rumor a couple weeks, maybe a month or so ago, which I did not believe at the time because I don't believe rumors if they don't come from Marvel itself. So I said I would have been on board if I would be on board if it was actually true, which obviously now it is. But personally, he wouldn't have been my first choice, maybe not my second choice, but I think he's gonna nail this role.
it's
Honestly,
he wasn't my first choice either because here's the thing: Reed Richards is very full of himself. He's
hmm
very like I'm a genius. He is a genius, right? Don't get me wrong, but he's like I'm the fucking greatest. All these things, and most recently, from what we've gotten from Pedro, is like I'm a dad. I will take care of this.
I'm a
Um,
dumb millionaire that just happens to have LSD, and I'm a big ass fan of Nick Cage.
yeah, yeah, that movie was good
yes,
too.
That
yes, that
was really
was.
good.
But like, and then I thought about it. Give it, his Game of Thrones role. His Game of Thrones role is the perfect Reed
Oh yeah,
Richards kind of
yeah,
type thing.
hmm
yeah. He
A
was
lot
in
of
Game
So
people
of Thrones.
forget that he was in Game of
Yeah, I
Thrones.
forget he. Yeah, I forget about that.
so I told my boss, my sous chef at my job, he's also a huge nerd. And I go, you know what I want? I go, I want the Reed. I go, I want us to give him his Game of Thrones energy. And my boss goes, holy shit, you're so right. The Game of Thrones dickhead would be perfect for this.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Oh
especially
yeah,
with this being in the looking to be like it's going to be set in the '60s era with that misogynistic, chauvinist type of male energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
We also have Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm or the Invisible.
I don't know her from anything.
I
Uh,
don't know her from anything myself
oh,
either,
that's a lie. I
personally.
looked her up last night. She was in Hobbs and Shaw. She was Shaw's sister.
She was also
Oh,
in Mission Impossible Reckoning, Dead Reckoning Part One.
yeah, I haven't seen that
She
one
was
yet.
also in a movie called Mr. Jones, Bone in the Throat, Kill Command. Yeah, Hobbs and Shaws, like
Um,
you said.
yeah, she was
So
Shaw's
a
sister, and
lot of,
she was fun in that. And she was
Mission
smart. Like
Impossible Fallout.
I haven't seen that yet.
so she's in a lot of, mostly in a lot of small roles
Yeah, maybe.
or small movies, other than those big name ones. Yeah,
I mean, think about it. You know, Chris Hemsworth wasn't a house name until he played Thor.
Yeah,
true,
So
very
and
true,
Marvel knows how to cast. I will say that
yeah,
Marvel
no,
knows
Marvel
how to
does know how to
cast.
absolutely,
cast. And what's
absolutely.
funny is Chris Hemsworth did Cabin in the Woods before he did Thor. But Cabin in the Woods didn't come out until after Thor for some reason, which was really weird because it was filmed way before.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think we'll be okay.
Oh no, yeah, I don't. I'm not harping on any of the casting. I'm just saying it's weird that they're bringing in a relatively unknown actress. Like she's definitely known, but some not in like major roles, and
Yeah,
that's really cool. Also, the fact that be like your father or grandfather handing
Fine.
down the torch. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of
That
Torch,
speaking of torch, we got Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Human Torch.
my
I,
boy Eddie
I love him.
Munson, my
Yeah,
God, this dude's gonna be on fire, literally on fire. He's killing it with this, with the upcoming Quiet Place prequel that's coming up soon, and
Quiet
now he
Day,
gets to play
yes.
Johnny Storm. I hope that
yeah,
Tom Holland's Spider-Man and his Human Torch interact so fucking hard. I want to see that
yeah.
relationship
Same.
so fucking
Yes,
much.
absolutely. I
Because
can't
those
wait
two
for it.
were always at each other's throats, whether it was in the 616 universe, the Ultimate Universe, Spectacular Universe, or even the Superior Universe. I was always that, or no, not even Superior Universe. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, no. Johnny Storm and Peter Parker have always had that bro to bro relationship, and it's electric. It's electric, and I want to see that so
Yeah,
much.
they
But
always
just
had
Quinn,
they always had that friendly competition bro vibe, and I love
yeah.
it.
Just Joseph Quinn, one hell of a casting choice, and a lot of people were just like, "Oh, okay." I mean, that's a unique choice, but again, Marvel knows how to cast, and Joseph Quinn can definitely pull off Johnny Storm. I wouldn't
With
even have thought
without
about
a doubt.
Joseph Quinn.
Hmm. Yes, without a doubt. The one I'm obviously we talked about it before, but the one I'm really looking forward to seeing how he portrays this character, Ebon Moss Buckrock as the Thing.
Yeah.
Mr.
This
No.
Ben
is
Grimm.
this is going to be amazing because they can either do it full on CG or they can do exactly what they did with Chickless and do full practical suit, which I don't think they'll ever do again. But just a mix of practical and CGI would be amazing for this.
Yeah, like how they did with Iron Man for like 10
Yeah.
plus years.
Hmm.
Yeah, they did like a full on suit for the first movie, and then they just like slowly, little by little, they just gave him like top armor, and then like absolute mocap suit for the other armor stuff when it get complicated. But yeah, no, I am definitely excited to see how this goes, especially with like Ebon Moss's portrayal of how either they can do some voice augmentation or they will let him do his own type of voice, whatever, like how Checklist did in the first two Fantastic Four movies, where he could just go like this and then turn on the Thing voice, Johnny. Get over here, Johnny! It's clobbering time.
I'm gonna kill you, kid. Stop talking about me and the missus.
Yeah, and it was just like seeing the behind the scenes for that. I was like, wait, this dude literally talked like this on set. This was
Oh
not
yeah. Oh
voice acting. Oh
yeah.
my god, that's cool.
I will say
Yeah.
I will die on this hill that those two Fantastic Four movies, while not perfect, were great.
Oh yeah, no, they were very much so like a good interpretation of the Marvel's first family, in my opinion. Yeah, they, like you said, they didn't get the credit they rightfully deserved at the time. But I
Mhm.
thought Silver Surfer, in my opinion, was the more comedic one out of the two.
Oh,
The first one
definitely.
felt more like actually Fantastic Four, like it was getting to know them, setting like the boundaries that they had, and then
It was a
finding
very
what
good
their
origin story.
yeah, it was a very good one. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
especially with the guy who played Victor Von Doom. That guy was menacing. He
Yes.
was menacing.
And speaking of Doom, I've heard rumors that they are actually going to be trying to insert him into this movie. Probably not as the main villain, but connected somehow. So I would like to hear your guys' thoughts on who should be Victor Von Doom.
Killian Murphy, right off the bat. Killian Murphy.
I was gonna say people are
Ah,
wanting Killian
all
Murphy,
right.
and there's someone else that I saw on Twitter that people are like, oh, it was Killian Murphy and someone else. Let me see if I can find it. I saved
I
it
know
somewhere.
Adam Driver was in talks to play Mr. Fantastic, but I would love to see him as Victor Von Doom, if anything.
I feel like he'd be a bit too young for the role personally, but it would be interesting to see his take on it. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing his
Or
take on it.
wait, let me pull up. So, okay, so I'm in a Marvel chat with
Oh yeah.
a
Uh-huh.
group of buddies, and one of them was like, Let's see.
I wouldn't mind seeing someone
Okay.
like Matt.
Oh, the guy that plays Hannibal. The
Maz Mikkelsen.
yes.
Matt, he was already in. He was, well, I mean, it wouldn't be uncommon for Marvel to reuse an actor before because he's already been in Thor: The Dark World. He played a dark elf.
No, wrong person.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Maz Mikkelsen. You're talking about um, um, from Doctor Strange. Or he's from Doctor
No.
Strange. The one you're talking about is Christopher Eccleston.
Oh, right. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. It was Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Maz Mikkelsen
Yeah,
was
he was in
in
Doctor
Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
That's right.
Whatever his name was from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he said,
Stelios, I think.
the joke is like this: it's like, "Bu, you just watched MCU's Fantastic Four. It was okay. His villain was some B-listers, some Super Scroll or Beyond or whatever. Credit roll. In credit scene, Pedro Pascal is standing at line at some science convention conference and is getting checked in as a speaker. He turns around and bumps into a guy behind him, but Mr. Fantastic stretches around him narrowly to avoid the awkward conclusion. Like it's like, oh, okay, hi, sorry, didn't mean to, whatever. You clap, I clap, theater claps. Reed apologizes and stumbles away, and the registration work goes. That was a close one. Anyway, I can help you get checked in, Mr. Doctor, and then squints at the badge, and it pans up to reveal Henry Cavill as Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would. I could see them doing it, but I can't see him as Doctor Doom.
Mm.
He's played a villain before in like what was it, Mission Impossible, I believe.
Yeah, he's played
Uh,
Mission Impossible as a villain, but to me, Doom has to have that Romanian dialect feel, like accent feel. I like. Don't get me wrong. I think Henry Cavill is an amazing actor. I don't think he can pull off that kind of accent.
I mean, he's already British, so I mean,
Mm.
dude is
Yeah.
talented actor. So I mean, maybe he could do it. But then again, you look at Elizabeth Olsen. She's supposed to also be Romanian, like her with the Scarlet Witch. She's also supposed to be Romanian, but she doesn't do the accent as much. So it's like they even addressed it in WandaVision. It's like, hey, what happened? Like, why do you sound like that? Where's your accent?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, one person I don't think you guys are thinking of that I think would be a really good contender for Doom is Ben Mendelsohn.
Wasn't he already in a Marvel movie? Didn't he play a Skrull?
Yeah,
Yeah, he plays
he played Skrull.
He plays the
But think about it. Doom doesn't have to be the full-on face reveal. He can just be the voice actor. He can still
yeah.
he can be like full-on Doom in the suit.
That's
I
true.
mean, I suppose, but that would just be a cheap cop out, in my opinion. If it wouldn't feel right. Because at some point they're gonna have to like show like graduation college science photos of Victor Von Doom, like running like Doom whatever, running Latveria or something like that, and it's just him full face, and it's Ben Mendelsohn. It's like, hey, wait a minute, the scroll? Wait,
Yeah.
wasn't he a scroll? Wait a minute, what? He died, and like he died.
I don't know.
For those who didn't watch Secret Invasion, the guy who was a super scroll or scroll whatever in Captain Marvel, if you watch Captain Marvel, he dies in Secret Invasion. Spoiler, not spoiler, but yeah.
Yeah, who cares? Secret Invasion wasn't very good.
Yeah. We're back, baby. Another Marvel project. Oh, the MCU is dead. Another Marvel project. The MCU's back, baby.
Next
And
project,
over
and
and
is dead
over and
again.
over and over and over.
Yeah. Speaking of dead again, God, I really don't want to talk about this because I just hate it. I absolutely hate it. So, gotta blow right through this. No. So, Madam Web came out, and
The slander begins.
absolutely horrible.
I Has he
Absolutely
even
horrible.
released a video of this yet? Hold on, let me check Pitch Meeting real quick. I need to see if Pitch Meeting
Probably
came
not.
out with a
Probably
Madam
not. I've
Web
been looking for
video
that.
yet.
So I watched this movie today.
He is not.
It's
I
already.
God,
What is it streaming on?
It's not streaming on anything.
Oh,
he
Yeah,
watched it through some means.
yeah. I watched it through some very classy means.
he watched it through the TikTok account that uploads it in like 62 parts.
We're going back to YouTube old.
Going back to that camcorder shit, boys. Yeah,
Oh boy,
sir.
we
I
are
watched
back,
it while I was
baby.
doing dishes, and I'm glad I did because I had to stop and pause this movie so many times. It was so damn boring.
Yeah,
Like,
the So I'm actually just gonna interject here. The only way I saw I didn't watch it through your fancy means, Mister Hookup. Um, I watched it through some guy who gave a very vivid interpretation of the entire movie through TikTok memes, and it's
hmm,
just
hmm.
like, oh, does it that bad? Wait a minute, it got bad. Oh, it's worse than I thought. Oh, it's even worse. Yeah, so I'm with you where I had to like stop and pause. Where it's like, did this really fucking happen?
It really fucking did. I can't believe this is a movie because
This certainly was a movie of all time.
this certainly was a movie that came out, folks. And the critic rating that it has is way too accurate. It should be lower. Should be so much lower.
It's higher than Morbius apparently, and it's like it's higher than Morbin Time.
I would watch Morbius over this.
I would rather watch Morbius than I would rather watch Morbius than I would with
What's
Madam Web.
what's what's sad is that Dakota Johnson, Sydney Sweeney, they've both been hyping this movie up, or they've been trying to get people interested in this movie, saying like, "Oh, the girls are in such amazing costumes. They've recreated panels from comic books. It's so awesome."
Oh, I have something on
Bitch,
that later.
the bitches ain't even in their costumes more than 20 seconds in a futuristic dream sequence.
That is
It's
bogus, and they're on the poster too. Oh God,
they're on the
Marvel, Sony
poster
Marvel.
too.
That's
It's
hilarious.
fucking stupid. The girls don't even do any I will the girls don't even do anything, and they were the only ones in this entire damn movie trying to do their best. Like
It's Sony
Dakota
Marvel.
Dakota Johnson, the main titular character, Madam Web, Cassandra Webb, looked like she was sleepwalking throughout the entire movie. Her performance was god awful.
She just heard, hey, Marvel, Sony wants to talk to you about doing a superhero movie. Okay, how much are they paying? Look, the script ain't really good, but the pay is really fantastic. Do you want to do it or not? I mean, I guess, whatever. Do I get to hang out with Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire? No,
Nope,
you
because
you don't.
it's not even in their timeline. It's not even in their time yet. Like
So
we have
what's going
Ben
on?
Parker, we have Uncle Ben in this as a paramedic. Adam
Yeah,
Adam Scott. Adam Scott is a really good actor. He
How
does
did he get dragged into this?
he does a pretty good Ben Parker, and he does a pretty good job portraying a paramedic who is named Ben Parker.
mhm.
Joe was not really
So apparently
much there.
Cassie and Ben are smashing. Apparently they're dating.
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, but yeah, this also features the birth of Peter Parker as well.
Who doesn't even get named, by the way.
He
He just
doesn't even get named in this. But honestly, if Ben Parker and Mary Parker weren't even in this movie, it wouldn't matter in the least. Like their roles were such non there were such non-entities in this movie. Like why the hell were they even there? Just besides just mentioning, "Hey, this is Ben Parker." Oh, you're gonna die in a few years.
Oh, it's the Uncle Ben. Oh my god. Better keep away his weakness. Guns.
And another thing this movie had against it is the terrible ADR for some of the characters. Like you can literally see that this movie is basically a it's a modern
This
day
was
Godzilla movie. It's like in the way that the ADR just dubs over some of these characters' voices, and the lip sync doesn't match very well to it. It's
okay, so it's one, yeah, got it. It's like watching Enter the Dragon, but in English.
yes, yeah, yeah. It's like why? Just do better. I mean, I can understand the
Don't.
constraints with only $80 million, but still, it's I
It's
don't.
Sony. It's Sony Marvel trying to reinstate their producing, distributing, or cinematic rights to make a Spider-Man movie or anything Spider-Man related because they just don't want to give it back to Marvel.
And
That's
what's
why they're
sad,
trying to complicate things so fucking much with this
and
whole and let's insert Venom into your universe. And Kevin Feige, no, we're not doing that.
what's sad is they don't even care about this character or Morbius or Craven, who's going to be coming out soon. Like they don't care enough for this because Madam Web is a interesting enough character in the comics and TV shows as well,
hmm
but
hmm
here she's just boring as fuck.
If anything um had No Way Home been a different type of movie or something like that, they could have put a different type of Madam Web into that movie that would integrate other Spider-Man. That's how Toby and Andrew's Spider-Man would meet Tom Holland's Spider-Man, in my opinion. I think that's how they would meet. Be like, hey, I have seen your brethren, your kind. I've seen many versions of you throughout the entire universes upon universes. Here's one of them now.
Yeah.
It's just like this is I don't need to see it. I really don't want to see it. I hope Craven fails as well, and I hope that Marvel, Kevin Feige and Marvel Disney just straight up says, "Hey, here's like $5 billion. Fuck off."
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, fuck off, Sony. You guys are doing terrible. Your Venom movies are barely watchable. Universal, give us the Hulk. Fuck off. You're not doing anything with him.
Literally,
For real.
literally, it's amazing how they even got the rights to Namor for Black Panther 2. It's amazing how they even got that.
What the fuck is like seriously? Me. I'm the like if I was the big boss at Disney, it's just watching all this. And I was like, you know what? It's been far too damn long when people disrespect our name with these Sony properties. Let's just buy it back. I don't give a shit. We have tons of money.
Insert Kathleen Kennedy. Excuse me. What are we saying? If we're gonna buy Marvel properties, let's go ahead and put a chick in it and make it lame and gay. Dude,
Make Ray gay.
make Rey Skywalker. Make her a Skywalker, make her lame and gay. Put a chick in it and make it lame and gay.
Kathleen
Yes.
Kennedy merged with Trump. I love it.
Oh my god. No. It's Garrett Garment as Kathleen Kennedy, but yeah, it's just oh my god.
It's,
Oh, the Pandaverse episode, that was amazing. But no, it's a actual dear reflection of what's going on with the movie industry as far as like big name companies. No, Disney just they really need to just like hunker down, and yeah, they don't need to buy Sony, they just need to buy the rights back. Just need to buy the cinematic rights back to Spider-Man. If Sony wants to keep making the Spider-Man games, fine, whatever. Let's go ahead and negotiate that. They can at least market off of that and do whatever fucking universe they can for that.
they've done great with the Spider-Man games. Just
Yeah, they
let them
have.
have that.
They have, but it's like, and let them keep Spider Verse if they want to keep Spider Verse, whatever. Just live action properties, let Disney control that. Let Disney Marvel control that, if anything, because they're not doing a good job with their
Yeah.
IPs already. They anything that is like Madam Web, Venom, Craven,
All the side
Morbius, just
character movies just don't
cancel.
matter.
It doesn't matter. It's
It,
Elseworld.
yeah, they don't at all. It honestly, this movie just feels like it was made by an AI.
Hmm.
It just, it really does. And the fact that we have this topic the in the notes as well, it just makes it even more terrifying. And that being
Oh, the
Sora,
Sora.
yeah, the Sora OpenAI
Oh
text to video thing
boy.
that came out this past week. It's like
Yeah.
I will say this is a good and bad thing for content creators. Like I
This
think
is not a good thing at all, in my opinion. This is a
like
horrible thing.
it's horrible for big name VFX artists and people actually in the industry. It's good for anyone on YouTube like us, small channels, very small channels who want to put like background videos or stuff like that in their I don't know. It's the this whole AI text to video thing is very complicated in the fact that it will absolutely take jobs away from VFX artists, like prominent VFX artists in the industry.
Yeah, I completely wholeheartedly agree. It's just the whole
Yeah.
AI argument has just been one headache after another. Now it's just becoming a bloody migraine, to the point where now it's going to be a federal issue, considering the fact of how dangerous this can be with, like, say, commercials, movies, political statements, political adversaries, or just straight up like blackmailing. This is
Mm-hmm.
just a dangerous tool to have out in public use. There has to be federal regulations. There has to be some sort of law nowadays, because just like I saw many videos of Sora AI being used for like their program, and it's just considering where we were like last year or even 2 years ago with AI imagery, it was okay. It's like, oh yeah, I mean it's something, whatever. But now with the how much we're progressing with AI to begin with, now it's just it's scary, because right now this entire thing, this entire broadcast, whatever, it could be like we're talking at right now, but it's like, who's to say that, someone can't be like, insert Zero to Heroes podcast, hour and 30 minute, whatever their topics are, so and so, whatever, and blah 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 blah, and it just makes this. It's like, we didn't say that at all. How do you know that? You don't.
Yeah.
Watch me use this OpenAI to make an entire podcast.
Please don't.
Are you going to replace me? Okay, okay, okay.
It's like I'm
No,
on
it's
a
just
break, guys. Let's just do this.
yeah, no, it's very scary, because now the corporations, industries are going to look at this as like some money making way to like save them a whole lot of money and get that money for themselves, and firing a bunch of workers that have been loyal to them, or like, been working their ass off for years, for decades even. And it's like, oh well, we got this now. We don't need you
Yeah.
anymore. Thanks for your service. We'll give you like a pizza party at the very end of the day. How about that?
God damn, not the fucking pizza party. Imagine if someone uses this to bring back actors, content creators, or even comedians who have died. Like bring them back for like say a comedian, George Carlin, for another special.
Or
It's
Robin Williams or
Robin
Etika.
Williams. It's like it's gonna be a nightmare
It's gonna be
to
messy.
It's gonna be hella
yes, it's gonna be
messy.
very messy.
Yeah, no, it's there are, I think, only what, two actors have already signed away their likeness and rights to be in future projects. One of them is Bruce Willis, and the other is the voice of Vader, James Earl Jones.
Mm.
Which I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, whatever. But yeah, no, it's gonna get to that point where it's like, what's real, what isn't, and then when you wake up yourself, you're gonna start questioning reality as a whole. Or like, if the bed you're sleeping in is real, or the water you're drinking is real, and then everyone's gonna have like the whole Matrix effect, where it's like, oh well, we got to get out of it, and it's gonna cause a whole mass paranoia like type of shit in a scenario. like that kind of scenario, whatever, like worst case scenario. But just there has to be some sort of like in place regulation for this program. There has to be, because this is, considering the fact that we're in election year right now in America, this is very dangerous territory. This is very dangerous territory to be in right now with AI.
I want put in prompt. I want Trump to be in a campaign election thingy, and I want him to say, "I'm a pedophile." But
Or
done.
I want Joe Biden to say so and so about like bad things, like, "Hey, I'm actually, this is my real reason for being president. Blah blah blah. I don't really care because I'm an old man. I don't remember shit. Blah blah blah." It's just like it's
Let's
dangerous
bomb China.
territory. Yeah, it's dangerous territory. It's so dangerous because there are shit posters who are very smart and know how to get away with shit, and those shit posters are very, very much so the people you want to fear when it comes to this shit, because they can ruin your life in an instant if you piss them off, or if you don't agree with certain things, or if you disrespect their waifu or something like that, saying that their body pillow reeks of their body odor. No, you know what I mean. But it's just, there's people already out there that already shit post. There's already people who code or for very bad reasons, who hack for very bad reasons, and it's just going to get really bad. It's just going to get really bad if there's nothing being done about this whole thing. But yeah, the Sora AI, yeah, while I agree it's a very fantastic tool to have, it should just be that, a tool.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be a replacement for human life, shouldn't be a replacement for human workplace. It should not, AI should not replace anything that requires human intervention
I'm
or
calling it
physical
right now.
intervention.
I'm calling it right now. This is how technology overthrows us. This is how technology is going to start controlling us. And I fully
Hey,
believe that's something that's going to happen. Like, we're already controlled by our phones.
dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
In a
Terminator.
world.
We're literally going to get Arnold Schwarzenegger coming after us, and it's not even going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator. It's going to be for real, the Terminator.
I'll be like, finally, take me now.
Be like, look, hey, look, Mr. Terminator, please, before you kill me, can you at least say the line? I'll be back.
Like, before you kill me, can you at least promise me you'll destroy my hard drive?
And then he'll do the thing. He'll be like this, and then he'll hold up.
But yeah, this Sora OpenAI tool is definitely very messy, like we said. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens because of it, because you can do a lot of things with AI. You can do so many things. Not a lot of it's good. A lot of it can be used for very terrible purposes. But I just hope people and studios, I know studios won't, but I hope people will have more integrity to use this for the greater good than just.
Here's hoping.
Here's
Humanity was a
hoping. Fingers
mistake.
crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Humanity and the internet was a mistake.
The internet was definitely a mistake.
Free will was a mistake.
Come on, where's their second extinction level event? Come on, supernova volcano in Yellowstone. We're ready.
The fuck?
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Matter of when, and I would like when to be tomorrow, please.
No, I got shit to do.
Well, you
I got a
usually
job.
run. Question, Josh.
What's up?
You usually run like this podcast now about like an hour and 30 minutes or so, right?
Yeah, that's what I want it to be, max at the very least.
Well, I don't know if you've already covered this topic already, but Has Been Hotel?
So I have opinions on Has Been. I haven't watched the new series yet, but my personal opinion is good for them getting A24 to do it. It's way too late for them to have done it, but okay, it's a thing. I don't I haven't watched it, so I don't know if it's any good yet. But I've heard mixed feelings on it from various other people. Like I've heard it's great. I've heard it's a show, but I'm gonna be reacting to it at some point this year. But my personal feelings on it are like, okay, it's out now. Should have been out a few years ago, but it's out now.
Yeah. Alessandro, I'm
I haven't seen
curious
it.
what you have. Haven't seen it?
Haven't seen
Okay.
it. Haven't seen either of them. Never saw the pilot. Never watched. Then haven't seen the new stuff.
Any
I've
interest?
not really. We watched the pilot as like a big group a few years back when it first
Mhm.
came out, um, and I was like, eh. I will say, a coworker showed me "Loser Baby," and I will say that song is pretty good.
It is pretty good. I finished it, finished watching it a couple nights ago, and I will say that it is very fantastic.
Okay.
Um, you can certainly watch it and make your own opinion of it. Just keep in mind that it is very much an adult oriented show. It is not for
Yeah,
kids.
no, we yeah.
Regardless of how it looks,
Yeah,
not all
Christian
cartoons,
mothers.
not all cartoons are for kids. Anime
Yeah,
is not for
Christian
kids.
moms.
Yeah. No, if you live in a conservative family or like a highly religious family, whatever, I would
Be
not
careful.
recommend watching this. Yeah, be careful. Treads very softly.
Wear
Um,
headphones,
wear
just like
headphones,
you do.
please. Watch underneath watch underneath the blanket or something like that. But whatever. But Hazbin Hotel, throughout the 8 episodes that it is very much so a show that touches up on topics that not many people are very comfortable on touching up, but it does express it in a way that is very informative to the point where it's like, maybe I should reevaluate how I see myself as a person or how I act as a person or just how society should reflect on itself. Because the whole heaven versus hell thing, where it's what's good, what's evil, it's a theme that plays throughout the entire show very diligently and very uh
Creatively.
creatively. Thank you. um Especially Angel Dust's character, his whole backstory, it's something that not necessarily I can relate to, but it's something I can understand cohesively to the point where it's like, wow, like there are actually people out there who do this shit and it needs to stop. um but yeah, no, the whole series, it's very good in my opinion. I like the animation. I love the music. Um,
Well, yeah, I mean the music was done by a lot of like Broadway people and
oh yeah,
stuff like that, so it has.
yeah, no, especially the fact that they have my girl Rosa Diaz, Stephanie
Yeah,
Beatrice, in the show as well, playing Charlie's girlfriend, the
Baggy.
Vaggie, the one with the white hair. For those who don't know, she's if you've seen the cover art, she's the one with the white hair with the red X on her face. That's Vaggie. And yeah, when I
Baggy.
found out, yeah, no, when I found out that she was playing Vaggie, I was like, okay, I'm watching now.
Wasn't she
Um,
in the pilot episode?
no,
I
it
don't
was
remember.
the entire cast itself was replaced. It's the pilot cast did not return. Neither of them did. I will say that I am a bit sad that I didn't get to hear the original Alistair's voice because it had more of a charm than what this Alistair's voice did, the radio demon. Um, and it's just the cast is great. The cast is great. I just wish that certain actors would have came back to voice the characters that they have brought to life with the pilot.
Yeah, I will. I will say that I've seen clips here and there of some of the show, and I've heard Alistair's voice, and I do think the original voice actor was a lot better than who they brought in. But
Yeah,
it's whatever. It's a big name studio. They want to do things while they want to do it, and
of course.
yeah,
I know Vivian, the creator, she was saying like, this has been a project that's been in development hell, emphasis on hell, for years. They were trying to get so many people to pick it up. to give it life, to actually give it like a full season, but not many people just weren't comfortable with it. But Amazon has shown that they are very much comfortable with shows like The Boys, Vox Machina, or Invincible, for instance,
Yeah.
that they are more than okay with showing stuff like this that is like not your particular cup of tea, not your particular common use of animation resources, but it's still creative nonetheless. So I'm very thankful that Amazon gave it a chance, as well as A24 Studios, Rock Productions, however they identify itself. But I'm very thankful that A24 picked it up as well. And yeah, I give has been a solid 8 out of 10.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad. Personally, I think it probably should have stayed on YouTube. Like considering the fact that her production team is doing Hello Boss at the same time, like I do think that they could have done the show on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
it probably didn't need to be picked up by a major studio. That being said, I don't know all the behind the scenes for the show and the differences between Has Been and Hello Boss, but like you didn't have to make us wait like 4 or 5 damn years for the show.
Yeah, because what the pilot came out like what 2019, 2020 or something.
2018,
2018.
19, something like that.
Yeah, because I remember watching that and I was like, "Whoa, this is a really good idea. I like this. I
Yeah,
look forward to this
I
when it
really
gets."
enjoy the pilot.
Yeah,
And we've been waiting for years for this show, and I really don't care at the moment because the hype's died for me.
Yeah.
well, this if you certainly have an affinity for a project or something that has caught your eye, then you certainly will come back to it, regardless of like what it is, but or where it is, I should say. But yeah, I can understand that point of view
Hmm.
completely.
Yeah. We won't end just yet, but speaking of Amazon shows, I did see that Invincible season 2 is
Yep.
finally
Coming
coming back.
back, and for
Mhm.
the people that are comic book fans, oh, just from the trailer itself, there's a scene. It's really quick. You see someone's body, and people that have read it are gonna know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I think my boy DC knows who I'm referring to,
Like
and
fucking finally.
Yeah,
I
uh,
just
I am.
before I saw this trailer, I had forgotten that the series and that the second season had come out because it's been so damn long.
yeah,
So while this season is going to be getting even darker, I am so looking forward to the shitstorm of when Anissa gets involved.
yeah,
One of the female Viltrumites
that's right.
that takes an affinity to Mark Grayson's
Mark.
character. Yeah,
Mhm.
there's a certain scene where it gets very like shit is going to hit the fan. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah,
that. I'm looking forward to seeing
Uh-huh.
that shitstorm with
Yep.
the internet, because
big
this
time.
is going to be let's just like without giving it away for people who know what I'm talking about, for the ones listening, if you've read the comic book, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a double-edged sword that is
I'm looking
coming,
forward
and
to
it's
seeing
going to
how they
be
animate that.
rough. It's going to be rough.
Yeah,
um
Like,
but yeah,
how are they
no,
gonna?
I will say that regarding this part 2 of season 2, I was not expecting to see Clancy Brown's voice, or sorry, I was not expecting to hear Clancy Brown's voice coming out of the guy with the
yeah,
monocle. I forget his name, but
yeah.
I was expecting something a little more sinister, like "You should not have been born." I was expecting something a little more like that, because he looks like the kind of guy you would expect to not have. I am a Viltrumite, whatever. Except I was expecting like a more like like a saucy Tom Hiddleston, like Mad Mickelson type of voice.
Yeah,
You know, I was not expecting Mr. Krabs to come out of him.
yeah.
I love Clancy in anything he does. Is
Clancy
great.
Brown's a great actor, but I was not expecting him to come out of that character's mouth. Yeah,
Hmm.
Oh,
that threw.
what Viltrumite was that? I'm looking it up real quick.
It was like the right hand man. Like the names are escaping me, but like the main baddie for the Viltrumite.
Yeah,
He's like a right second in command or something like that.
I'm looking forward to seeing what is it, Jeff the alien?
Seth Rogen's character.
Yeah,
Yeah, Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm looking forward to him come back
yeah,
because he does come back.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a main. He's like main cast. He's like up there with
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Mark and Lady Eve. I called him. He's like main.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like
No,
he's up
I'm
with the
I'm
main
excited to
people.
see the Eve and Mark relationship also take off too, because I
Yeah,
know that's
Finally,
going to be. I know that's going to happen this season. I know that.
I mean, it has
I
to, just because around that time that the thing happens is when they start getting together too.
Oh yeah.
please, like for the love of God, I hate Amber. I hate Amber.
Amber in the comics was annoying as shit. I actually like
Yeah.
Amber in the show how she is now, because she actually like gives more perspective and more character dialogue to Mark's conversation,
Mhm.
as opposed to just Amber in the comics like, oh, what was me? You don't understand. It's just like, okay, you're complaining. You already knew the stakes. You already knew what the fuck was going to happen. And this Amber in the show is like, listen, I understand you're a superhero, but at the same time, it's like you have to be careful, man. You can't just go around willy nilly and do all this. Like she's the voice of reason. It's like, oh wow, oh wow. It was after season one that I got into reading the comic books, because I got the omnibuses. I got
Mhm.
omnibus after omnibus after omnibus as I
As you
completed.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just blazing through that entire series, just like, wow, I can't wait for the world to see this shit animated, man. I can't wait for shit to happen, especially with the Dinosaurus Rex arc.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs
yeah.
Rex.
Oh, just wait.
Oh yeah, no, there's gonna be some people who are gonna get some ideas after seeing that.
Well, okay then. Like, yes, I'm very much looking forward to the
No,
second
it's
half of
it's
season two. Like,
you know, if
loving
let
it.
me for your sake, Josh, if you thought season one or how season two is going right now, if you think that shit's dark, oh no, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You haven't seen anything yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it. That being said, Invincible is still the stupidest hero name ever because he is, in fact, not invincible.
Uh,
Yeah,
just wait.
Yeah. I know he gets there. I know he gets there, but yeah, me and Chandler have some thoughts about that. Anyway, so yeah, that is going to be it for this episode of the Episode Zeros podcast. Boys, thanks for coming on.
as
It's been a
Of
always.
blast.
course.
So yes, hopefully all you guys watching the VOD enjoy, and hopefully everyone listening on Spotify enjoy the show. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think Spotify has a Q&A thing where you can send us questions and whatnot. Either way,
Ooh.
give us a rating on Spotify. Let us know what you think, and yeah, we will be here again in about 2 weeks for the
Yep.
next episode of the podcast. So
Yep.
hopefully we'll see you guys again next time. Later, y'all.
Take care, everyone.
Bye bye.
Peace out.